say let's go night again, but I see you all the time. Fix it, say let's go night again, but I see you.
Dear listener, if you are hearing this, chances are you come back from a long day and you're scoping through shit that isn't yours anymore. I hate to break it to you, my love, but unfortunately the person or object you're looking for is long gone, dead. Did you hear me? I said she's gone, dead. But if you must, keep searching for her. Maybe one day you'll find her. I once had a love too. She was great for a little while, but then she began fading through my hands. She took my hands and held them so tight you could see her mark on my skin after she left, taking my hands and turning them into dry mud. It felt dirty. I felt so dry. No one wants dry mud. She then presented me to the people she loved more than she could ever love me. So I stood there in front of them, feeling my sense of humor become drier and drier as I tried to be an icon for their liking. I stood there wondering if my girl's mom would approve of her own daughter falling in dry mud for a girl who was afraid of calling her babe. A girl who was for the longest time afraid to be called a homosexual. I don't really think she cared. Well, maybe she did at first, but like I said, she took my hands and turned them into dry mud, and after she left me, I became something worse, cracking dry mud. She had me thinking, maybe I was mud before she came into my life, presenting me information I was long expecting since the beginning. She found someone new to make into mud. Holding my cracking, dry, mud-covered hands, she told me not to cry. But the wet clay dripped down my face and I couldn't stop the dripping. My mind became a place for black coal, and at that moment I stopped feeding my brain coal. Instead, I drank gasoline to cure the lack of coal intake. For 10 months, I drank gasoline with my still cracking, dry, mud-covered hands. Gasoline tastes better than she ever could anyway. And I forgot to tell you she tasted like rust. Although the second girl I tasted like nothing. And at that moment, I realized this dry mud fucked me up more than I thought it would. I couldn't, and still can't, taste anything but dry mud and rust. I turned to the clouds for an answer, but these clouds only gave us popcorn lungs and cancer. And I still chose to follow the clouds because it's better than mud at least. But now my hands are covered in cracking dry mud that smells of rust, and at least I have these clouds to dampen the smell. But it simply wasn't enough to rid the scent. I then turned to sharp metal for an answer because everyone said it helped. Wet clay dripping from my arm, I swear it smelled of rust, so it wasn't long before I stopped the dripping. At least you would be able to tell me, I told you so. You watched me pick up my pencil, my body still dripping with clay and sharp metal, writing away the scent. I promised once I'm done with that paper it would have so much dry mud on it. Wondering if you ever did start the fire. Or was it me? Isn't dry mud just dirt?